Light is like the fastest thing in the universe? To be exact, 299,792,458 meters per second in a vacuum. That is pretty fast, said everyone. Also, light is a wave, said everyone. Why? If you shoot it through two teeny tiny slits, it creates a fancy pattern due to interference, which is just a wave thing. You see, when two waves cross, they can add up or cancel each other out. These gaps are the spots where they cancel each other out. So in this case, light behaves like a wave. Nah, screw that. Everything you know is wrong, said Albert Einstein, probably smoking crack after hearing about the photoelectric effect and discovering that light comes in tiny packets called photons. I sure hope that doesn't unravel a whole new area of physics. Anyway, he said, as he continued to casually drop an absolute bomb on the entire field of physics with his theory of relativity. He assumed the speed of light is constant because it arises from two other constants. He also assumed the laws of physics are the same for everyone, regardless if moving or at rest. Now think about it. If two people turn on a flashlight, but one person is standing still while the other person is on a moving train, wouldn't the person standing still see the other person's light as going faster than the speed of light? The reality is, no, it would be the same as their own flashlight. That's impossible, except if time passes slower for that person from the perspective of this person. In other words, if the speed of light is constant, time must be relative. Also, gravity is not actually a force, sorry Newton, but rather a consequence of masses bending space-time. Einstein thought the universe is a mesh of space and time, and anything with a mass bends this fabric. Also, all objects move freely on a straight line when moving through space. Gravitation is simply the result of objects following these bent lines which appear straight to them. If you have a hard time understanding this, you can imagine two people on Earth walking in parallel straight lines. Now imagine one standing on the east coast and one on the west coast of the US. If they both walk north, eventually they'll meet at the North Pole. Because of the curvature of the Earth, they ended up at the same point even though they both walked straight relative to themselves.